Oh my gosh, everybody. We are doing a pond rescue, if you want to call it that. This is the first frog pond we put in here. And this one is actually a pond. We put in an amphibian safe liner because this is a lot of fill material over here by the green barn and wouldn't work well for a vernal pool. And when we did this, there was nothing growing around here. And we had some crazy algae problems because it just roasted in the sun. And then these woodies grew up around it, which is fantastic. We have silky dogwood and swamp rose. And we put one wild iris plug in here. One. And now there's about 1 million. And they're beautiful. The bees love them. And we didn't really think much about what was happening though on the deep end. Steve, how deep do you think we made it over there?
Probably 3 feet.
So it's about 3 feet over there. And this, of course, freezes over in the winter. We usually try to knock an opening because everybody needs oxygen. So we thought about that part, the ice, but we didn't think about the decomposing plant material using up oxygen. Oh my goodness. So I have noticed in the past some frogs that would die. I mean, I'd come out here and find like 8 bodies floating in the spring. And I realized they were having a problem overwintering, but I thought it was due to ice, like I said, because there's no pump or anything. We have no electricity over here. And it just clicked on us in our minds that these plants are part of it. And so we came out here today and we were gonna rake out the decomposing materials. And then we realized how significant the mats are. You can see here, that's all root material of the iris. Steve is raking it out over there. He continues to go along the bottom. We've been really careful and I've been watching for macroinvertebrates. Not seeing any, not seeing one frog, not one tadpole. Of course, a lot still might be in the sediments on the bottom, but it's very suspicious that we have not seen one. Clearly, we haven't tended this pond the way we needed. I mean, this roll of roots right here weighs about 1 million pounds. And then, yes, this is full over here. And so we've been using a hard time rake and then that scoop shovel, and we're putting it in this little wagon that we're going to take over to our small stream. We're going to use this as packing material behind some of our small check dams. And then if there is anybody alive in here, they will still be in water. And we hope then that this really helps the pond this year. You can see the turbidity is horrific. If you've ever done water quality studies, you know right now this is very challenging for aquatic life.
But it'll clear out within a few hours.
Yes, Steve says, but it will clear out within a few hours. And like I said, we've not seen anybody, so everybody that is in here is dormant or not alive. We are also noticing a purple hue to the water, which has got to be from this iris. It's fascinating. I got to read up on that. The plan is to leave the woodies. They are not penetrating the liner. They're fine. They provide really nice perching for birds and for dragonflies, cover, and then we will keep this open more in the future. This is south right here, and so we're gonna do a better job. Everything, I guess, just tells you to pay attention, and especially on things like this that aren't a natural system, that have a liner that we humans have made, there's probably gonna be some tending necessary. So here's to the frog pond that hasn't given up, and to Steve and myself. We're in the thick of that, you know, that muck smell, river bottom, what do we call it?
Yeah.
Just things that have been deoxygenated. That's what it smells like.
We'll have to move our Saturday once a week shower to what, Tuesday? Monday.
Yeah, he says we're gonna have to increase our once a week showers. Oh, we'll let you know what happens in the growing season, and I'll probably do a little video next on where we put this. Okay, we're getting ready to place these plants in the stream. And I'm gonna put a link to the scientific name of this iris in the description, so make sure you check it out. Just because this filled in our small pond real quick doesn't mean it's a bad plant. It's actually a fantastic plant. The stream sides, at least that get a lot of sun, and pond edges are very much stabilized by plants like this, and they provide homes for so much aquatic life. The only reason we had a challenge is because that pond is man-made by us, isn't super deep, and is really tiny. So we just got to manage plants like this. But wow, when you see them in their natural ecosystems, they're spectacular. So from now on, Steve and I will just harvest some of this each year and start spreading it around on the different waterways that we have in the sunny patches, and we'll get to see this plant in all their glory. Well, here is where we put them, all of the decomposing materials and the live roots and the plants. We are looking west down the stream, and let me show you eastward. We're very close to the road, and you can see we have neighbors across the road, and there's a culvert there, and there's some septic systems across the way that work fairly well, but not always great when we're super saturated here, which has been happening a lot lately, and that's part of why we've been working to really work on cleaning the water. And part of that is slowing it down and letting the plants take it up. And I think that's going to work awesome with these irises. Now, the only disadvantage they really have right now is that their roots are exposed, but there's so many that there's also another layer underneath, so the roots will be protected. We're going to be in the 20s for the next couple nights, and we'll just see what happens. Steve has done a lot of clearing in here over time, so there's some nice light above here. Maybe they will take hold here and be a great sponge, a great filter, and a beautiful plant, and a useful plant.